What is going on, guys?
Oh.
Episode 4. We have our very first guest, Andrew Lavin, one of our good church youth leaders at our church in PCC. And then, of course, we have Brody, my co-host.
Thanks, man.
I'm the host. And so it's going to be a fun episode. You know, I'm really excited. Our 4th episode. I think this is like our month.
Little month anniversary.
Yeah,
this is
month anniversary.
It's officially been a month since we've been doing our podcast. So, yeah.
That's super cool. So let's start off with the first question. What was your guys' highlight of the week?
Start us off, Andrew.
I did not. I'm not prepared. I'm so sorry. Over to you, Brody. What's your highlight of the week?
It hasn't happened yet. So this weekend I'm going to some sports games I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
I'm going to a Kings and a Chargers game this weekend, so I'm really excited for that. So I feel like for me, like that's gonna be like my highlight of the week. Van.
Nice.
That's great. This week I'm really deciding either between today or Thursday, because Thursday.
Thursday was so fun, dude.
Because Thursday I played soccer, only had 2 classes, then we went to church.
We were
ice cream after, just a lot of talking.
You were probably at church for 4 hours.
Oh yeah, no, we were at church from 7 to 11. It was really fun. Wish Andrew was there, but he was at Disneyland.
That's my highlight of the week. I was at Disneyland yesterday, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. Lots of roller coasters and sugar. So
Sugar.
good, yeah. Feeling
Was it like
tired.
Was it expensive? It's like,
Yeah, it can be expensive.
were the roller
Like
coasters
how much was the churro you got? Was that like $50 or what?
It's like $7.50 with tax.
that's cheaper than Magic Mountain.
Really?
How much is
Yeah.
Magic Mountain?
$9.50.
Oh,
What's
for a churro?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I can make a churro for cheaper than
You
$9.50.
can microwave a churro. Like a box of mini churros for like $5 at Walmart.
Where are you gonna buy those things, bro?
Walmart.
You can buy churros at Walmart?
Yeah, no, like a little box of frozen churros and you just microwave them.
Dude, that would be actually so sick.
Nice midnight snack.
Yeah. We went to
Oh, I love midnight snacks.
Oga's Cantina. It's like a Star Wars like.
Oh, okay. In Star Wars Land or what?
Yeah, they
Star
have.
Wars
They have.
name.
That's what it's called.
I
gotta
got
get one more creative.
I got the blue milk.
Oh yeah.
Blue milk. Does it taste like blueberries?
Does it really even?
No, it's more like
Blue raspberry?
Citrusy. It's pretty like it's like a citrusy.
Oh, like a mint flavor.
Milk. Yeah, and not mint. Did you say mint?
Yeah.
No, not mint.
Oh.
More like lemon.
That if it was if it
Oh,
was like
blue milk is lemony?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know where they got that thought from, but it is like citrus, lemony.
Okay.
flavor. And it came with a cookie.
Oh,
Pretty good.
milk and
Now it's worth it.
cookies.
Yeah.
Now it's worth it.
I don't think I've ever had milk and cookies before.
I've had it once when I was really young.
What? No way.
I think that's it.
You guys gotta have some milk and cookies. Next
Like so, like
podcast.
just put some milk in the microwave, just watch it bubble up, and then dip some freaking Oreos in there.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah, warm milk. I do cold milk with Oreos is really good.
Okay.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so let's start off with the first question, specifically for Andrew. What was your journey to God, and how did you become a Christian?
That's a good question. I when I was really young, actually pretty much all my life, my mom has always been a firm believer in Christ, and so I would always grow up with her telling me about God all the time and certain things that come with following Christ and. So I kind of observed that for a while until I was a freshman in high school, and we had surf team tryouts, and I was not a great surfer by any means, and so I went. I went and trained the day before. Like, I trained the first time. Like,
Why would you train the day before?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. It sounded fun, and I wanted to try out at least. I didn't really think I was gonna make it in.
Yeah.
But I went the day before, and it was like a red flag day.
Oh.
And
That is not good.
yeah, it was. I was actually terrified. And I was in the water and I didn't know how I was gonna go back. And there were like shark sightings at Creek at the time. I was at Salt Creek in Denver.
Bro, that
Salt Creek is so sketch.
Yeah.
no,
I've been out when it was like 14-foot waves, and I was like,
that's probably like you probably went to like practice and like try to get ready on the worst possible day.
Yes,
I think it was a sign telling you shouldn't be on the surf team. I don't know, but
And, oh my gosh, yeah.
Could have
And
executed.
did you try out or what?
so I did try out, but so that day it was like I think it was a Saturday. Tryouts were on Monday. So that Saturday I was terrified. Didn't know how I was gonna get back in the short. I was probably being a little dramatic, but I prayed in that moment to God, and I was like, God, if I make it out of here alive, I will go to church tomorrow. I promise that. And so I did. I made it out alive, and the next day there's a church that was walking distance from my house, so I just walked over.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it was really convenient. And then from there, I met a lot of people who helped me grow in Christ. I think until I was a sophomore, because for like 2 years I was pretty like strong in faith and in walking with Christ.
Yeah.
Then junior year, I moved, and so like I moved like really far from that church, and I didn't have another church to go to, and I didn't have a license or anything.
Yeah.
So I naturally kind of like stopped following God.
Yeah, because
not intentionally, but
yeah.
but it kind of happened, and then I think like once I graduated high school, I met my now girlfriend Mabel, and she brought me over to PCC. Okay. And then from there, I was kind of like, man, like, how did I, fall off on this like super cool thing, that I loved, and I had no idea like what happened, but then I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna start following God once again. And
bro,
so
Bunton, what?
I've been doing that for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. I don't blame you for being like scared of going in the water, because I totally was like that when I was a little lad. I still am.
Still
am to this day.
Like that's like no one says that.
Even today, I was a little scared to go in the water, because like it's just, I think no matter what, I always have this thought in the back of my head, like, what if I drown? What if the waves are huge?
Yeah.
And I'm always scared.
It's scary.
So, and I usually do, if the waves are a little bit bigger, I pray. And I go out with confidence.
Oh my gosh. So something I do every time there's like a wave coming over and I feel like I'm gonna get hurt, I say, Jesus is my strength. Jesus is my strength. I do whatever I do to get through it. And 9 times out of 10, I would come out. 9 times out of 10.
What happens that one time?
One time, oh my gosh, there's this one time.
You probably just get sucked
a couple
into
weeks
the back
ago,
of the wave.
I was at Strands, and it was like a 6-foot day. So like every wave was like 6 foot.
What were you surfing?
I never surfed. Yeah, I was surfing. And
okay.
I never surfed that size, so I'm not a huge.
I love Strands.
Yeah, it's so fun. And so it was 6 foot.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared. I caught a few waves and it was fun. And then there was like a rogue set, like coming like really far out, and so me and my friends were paddling out, and it was huge. It was like 8 or 9. And some people listening might laugh at that, but it was like for me it was like terrifying.
Wait, 8 to 9 feet?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
So
if it's a 4-foot wave, especially because like you're on a board, you're laying down, so the wave looks like way bigger. Open up that first question, Brody.
I love this. Is the only thing I get to do.
He loves reading the Bible verses and.
All right, well, let's just start with the question. It's like, it's kind of straightforward, but it's kind of not. So I don't know. So it says, as a Christian, what kind of music should we be listening to?
So when you sent me this question, I used to listen to this rapper. Some of you may know it. Lil Darky, really, really bad artist. Who is that? One of his lyrics was tearing a page out of the Bible. That was literally one of the lyrics, and I just kind of ignored it. I'm like, oh, it's fine. And the more what is Piper doing?
She's scooching. Right? That's what it looked like, scooching.
And I was like, and the more I listened to rap, I'm like, I listen to this music, I'm like, I really shouldn't be listening to this. And then I listened to a sermon that our pastor's wife gave, and I was listening to it, I'm like, and she said the little things make big impacts. And I thought, what if I just changed my music? And I took off all of the rap on my playlists, and I took all of the songs that say a swear word or anything that was just not good for my soul. And I took that out, and I just put in a bunch of, Brody sent me a playlist, and I put a bunch of new songs in it. And the first time I listened to these songs, I felt in my spirit, it was a lot stronger. I felt pure joy because I was able to like listen to the music and actually listen to what it meant. And I could actually feel it in my heart.
Yeah, I feel like it's really weird because like recently, like I've been listening to like used to like I like reggae music and like more like the chill music, but like I've also like have my Christian playlist I listen to. But lately, I've been listening to my Christian playlist a lot more than I usually do. I usually like literally like the only thing I listen to today is Christian music. When I'm like in my when I was like in like my car driving to like work out and then driving back, it was like just like Christian music. I'm like, I don't know like why, because like when it's like silent in your car, it's like it's kind of weird and awkward. Weird, yeah. But like I'm like, alright, I was putting like some music. It's like I was putting like this. It's so nice. 'Cause I like love like all my songs. Like also like. I feel like I like Christian rap. There's this song.
I love Christian
Like
rap.
there's this one song.
I can't find a single good Christian rap song.
No, there's this one song I like called "Walk."
I listened to it. I didn't like it.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
I don't think so.
I love that song. That song I think is really cool. I like the lyrics, and it's just like the beat is like really sick.
Yeah.
When I listened to that song, one of the first lyrics in that song is, "God woke me up and told me to feed the sheep." And when I listen to that, I think of like when I'm in Croatia, and like Croatia is so old school. Most people don't even use cars. A lot of people smoke. There's still shepherds. We still have shepherds in Croatia. And it's like when we wake up and feed the sheep, I just imagine my nana waking up and like gonna throw like seeds at sheep in the morning. Because like you'll see sheep, you'll just be boating around in Croatia like, oh look, there's a sheep and a shepherd just walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, we do have one true shepherd, and that's Jesus Christ. So you know, that's always cool to see.
Yeah, I feel and that's a cool thing. I think people can not realize is that even if Christ isn't your shepherd, something else is. You know,
exactly.
Everybody has something that's like guiding them.
Yeah.
And it can be the right or wrong thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I was gonna say I love Christian rap. I love it so much. I
Is there like a specific like artist you listen to?
When I started listening to Christian rap, it was Eshawn Burgundy. He's pretty good. Yeah.
Ron Burgundy from the Anchorman.
No. He has some good songs. And then I was like on a workout kick. Months ago, and I was listening to just like regular rap to pump me up, like to work out. Yeah, and it was like so.
It's a bunch of cuss words. It's just not. It's just not good.
Glorifying things that are the exact opposite of what Jesus says. Once
I started glorify. Once I started listening to worship music. My brother still listens to rap music. When I listen to it, all I can think about is the lyrics.
Yeah, my brother does that too.
This is so weird.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I literally listened to the song like on the way here. One of the lyrics is, "When I die, F it, I want to go to hell." Some of you might even know that song. It's a very famous rap song.
Who's it by? Louise?
Biggie?
Oh.
Yeah, Biggie,
wow. Yeah. That's, oh man. I've been thinking about that actually. Like
it's so disgusting people, and it's like, I don't get it.
Yeah. What? Like Andrew, like you're saying, like, cause like I actually have a Bible verse for this one, and it's from.
It's Romans 12 too.
Of course you know that. But it says, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing.
You have one job. It's to find and read verses, and you can't even do that right.
I just can't pronounce it. I think it's admonishing. I think I'm saying that right. No, it's admonishing.
Can I look?
Yeah.
Admission. I don't even know.
It says admonishing.
admonishing.
Okay. Let me start over. I'm gonna start over. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishingly one another in all wisdom, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs with thankfulness in your hearts of God. So basically, I feel like the last part
on the screen so people know what you're saying.
Okay, but it's basically saying that we should be listening to like music that's like kind of like supporting God and like
good for your ears and good for your soul.
Yeah.
And oh man, I think you could definitely take that, you know, to other like
lengths.
Other lengths, other things, you know, because I've been thinking about, I've been asking a question. I've been asking myself a question, which is, what are the things that I do, you know, throughout the day? What are those things doing to my heart? And
that's what I wondered too.
How is that, you know, watching this
How's
show
like
on
influencing
Netflix?
you?
Yeah, exactly. In my, you know, in ways that I feel like are
like
minor at the time, but then they grow into
for example, like certain for me it's kind of hard because I love like horror movies, but like certain like horror movies are like just like they're like
terrifying.
Well, yeah, it's not, but it's also like it's like you're watching like more like demonic stuff. Like me and Van, like we watched The Exorcist, and that was kind of crazy.
Really?
I was literally I was closing my eyes and praying the entire movie, reciting one verse through my head. I think it was Psalm.
Didn't Eli take off his shirt during the movie?
Yeah, took off his shirt.
What? Eli?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Another horror movie. Corey took off his pants. It gets wild in the back of the movie.
What?
The manager had to tell us to be quiet.
Oh wait, but and I've also seen this one movie called Smile.
Hated that movie.
Oh my dude, it's actually scary.
Corey says it's the scariest movie he's seen.
No, 100%. It's one of the scariest movies I've seen. I'm not even kidding.
Well, I'm not a fan of scary movies, but I am a huge fan of like thrillers and like.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my
do you like sci-fi?
I like movies that involve.
I mean, actually, yeah, like Alien,
involving
that
big
one's
bugs
really
and stuff like that. I love like those big bug movies, like a giant ants or like a giant spider.
Dude, you know what's funny? I think you would like. So when I went to Universal Studios for Halloween or whatever, there was like this one. It was one you get on a tram and there's a bunch of like bugs that are trying to kill you.
That's sick. I want to do that. I love bugs.
So
when I was a little kid, I loved like watching that one guy.
You would be the one that would freaking eat a spider.
Coyote Peterson, and he like.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like, let's see how bad this hurts. And like stings.
Have you seen that guy?
Oh my god.
Andrew, have you seen that Coyote Peterson?
No, I don't think so. I saw a guy put a jellyfish on his back.
Oh,
on purpose. Yeah.
There's so many idiots on the internet, dude.
Yeah, we go on to the next question. Next question.
So what is fearing God?
Finn, hold on. I need to say that. Why are you writing down the questions? This is my job. I have one job in this entire podcast, and it's to write down the questions. And you are
I'm slowly gonna edge you out of the podcast.
But
and I'm
you are stealing. You are stealing my show here. It's like I have one job, and I feel so confident, and happy doing it. Like, and then you're like, oh, what is fearing the Lord? Oh, yep. Now I'll take your job, and we'll just shoot you out of here. Like, whatever.
Andrew's gonna be the new guy.
Andrew's taking my spot.
Hope the question.
You already said the question.
Okay, fine.
What does it mean to fear the Lord? And then I want to say the Bible verse with it. It's Deuteronomy 10:12. And it says, and now, Israel, what does the Lord, your God, ask of you but to fear the Lord, your God, to walk in obedience to him, to love him, to serve the Lord, your God, with all your heart and with all your soul.
A quote that reminded me of this was Proverbs.
A quote, Mina, Bible
verse. Proverbs 9:10. It's very known. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. It's pretty straightforward. And this is a question I really struggled with, as well as like fearing the Lord. Does that mean like, should I be afraid of him? Does that mean I like have to like? I was so lost in what that meant.
Yeah.
So then I watched this sermon by the old guy.
Yeah,
Brody knows.
You bring them up, I think, every time during the podcast, and I'm not even kidding.
No, episode 3 I didn't. It's Marty Emmanuel. He said that we're not afraid of the Lord, we fear the Lord. And it made me think of this analogy. When people say, I have a fear of heights, you are afraid of falling. When you have a fear of the darkness, you're afraid of what's in the darkness. When you fear
that's so true.
When you fear the Lord, you are afraid of breaking his heart.
Yeah.
Because he is so loving, he's given us all these chances. He gave us his son.
Yeah, like it's in like the Bible verse, like we need to like walk in obedience, love, and serve God with all our heart and all our soul. It's like we need to.
He's done so much for us. We have to do so much for him.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's done so much for us, and because of that, like we go on doing things because of what he's done. Yeah.
And we shouldn't have this like pride to try and go against him.
Yeah.
And like, if you're knowingly sinning, that's taking away from the sacrifice that Jesus gave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still working on that.
Mm-hmm.
I still swear, knowing full well it's a sin. And I get home, I'm like, I gotta stop doing it. And then I just don't do anything about it. So I think one of these days, I gotta find a video.
One of these days, I think you should start now.
I just don't know how. People just say like, oh, how'd you stop swearing? Oh, I just stopped. You don't just stop. It's like so implemented in my language.
It is, yeah. Because I struggled with that too. When I 4 years ago, when I started following God again, I had a terrible mouth. I would curse all the time. And it was really hard, and I felt terrible about it. Whenever I did, I felt like I was like two different people.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like it at all, and so I just made a decision that I would, whenever it would slip out, I would keep that, hold it and be like, okay, that's not good, and slowly it developed into not good.
Yeah.
It's a slow process. It's definitely not gonna happen overnight. I mean, not that it can't, but typically it won't.
So lucky Brody, born into Christianity, don't have to worry about swearing.
I never said I don't swear.
He does not swear as often as I do.
Yeah.
I know. I talk to.
And it's hard because when I swear in public, a lot of people, and I think everybody in my class knows that I'm a Christian, and they'll say it. I'll swear, and they're like, "Oh, it's not very godlike of you." And I think of like, "Oh, yeah, but they're like this." I'm like, "They're right. It is not very godlike of me. How can I be like 30 minutes?"
You are preaching to the choir. That's awesome. I love that.
It's 30 minutes. Well, God says to do this, and the next 5 minutes, I'm like, get a load of this effing guy. He's a loser. And it's like, the duality is so stupid.
I think that's what I've been focusing on is operating from love, trying to do that, and how it's so easy to say, I'm gonna choose to operate from love when this person is frustrating me, or this person, is making me upset, and they know they are, right? And the same way Jesus operated from love when he was, in places full of sinners. Right?
Yeah.
And it is hard. It's not easy, like, by any means. And you can say that and have that in your mind, and 5 minutes later, like, completely do the opposite,
Well, like, I feel like if you're thinking about it, it's like not, like, you're trying not to sin. Like, I feel like God like wants you not to think about it, because I feel like if you're not thinking about it, then you're not gonna actually like do it as much, especially because if you give like all your burdens to God, and you're thinking about, I can't cuss, it's eventually gonna slip out. You're like, well now like I feel terrible, and like it's
what a great analogy is when pilots are in training, the teachers don't say, all right, so don't hit this. If they say that, all the students are going to think about is, oh, what if I hit it? What if I hit it? And eventually they're going to hit it.
Okay.
But instead of saying, don't hit it, say, do the opposite. So instead of saying, okay, don't sin, try and say, I'll love this guy so much that eventually the sin will just subside.
Yeah.
And that's what I've tried to do, is just love people, and it's really hard. In my theater class, if you've been in theater, you know that it is they are very against Christianity in that community, very against it. I know some people in that class who, like, one of my friends goes to church, but he's kind of just like, he's very lukewarm. He goes to church, but he doesn't really do anything Christian outside of church. And what I'm just like afraid of is that people will know that I'm Christian, and they'll make fun of me, and all they do is make fun of me. because I'm like the only guy in that class because I wanted the free A, and all they do is make fun of me. It's like, why is your outfit so stupid?
Why do you say that?
They say, why do you look like that?
Yeah.
So why do you drop the class, man?
Well,
it's too late for that. And
yeah.
this girl, just all she does is tell me to shut the F up. That's all she does. And then she said, me and this one girl were going to go like, all right, let's go to the vending machine and get food. And then she said, this girl who always tells me to shut the F up, this one girl said, I'm so hungry. And I said, oh, do you want anything? And she's like, for real? I'm like, yeah, do you want anything? She's like, well, I'll just take some like fruit snacks. I'm like, all right, came back with fruit snacks. And that I felt like, and I feel like I'm bragging, but that's just how you show love through action and not words.
Yeah.
Which is said in 1 John 5 or 1 John 3:18, I think. It says that we need to love not through words or speech, but with action and in truth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because showing love in action is going to do a lot more than just saying, oh, I love everyone, and then you don't. Or are you just going to just help people when they need it, or just always do what they want?
Uh-huh.
And like that's leading me to one question, like what's your favorite way of like showing love through action? Like if you have one, you know? Because for me, I usually, if I'm at the store, I'll try and get 2 packs of gum, and then to like the 4 or 3 people sitting next to me, I'll just hand it to them without them asking.
Yeah.
And that's just a nice gesture of respect.
Yeah. For me, I think it's turned into spending time, you know, with the people that I love. You know?
Yeah, I feel like same with me. Like I'm like a big like family guy. I like hanging out with my family. I love like going to dinner. Like even like tonight, I'm like going to dinner with my grandparents after this. Like just like spending time with them. So I like spending time with like my family.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
No, Vin, you're not stealing my spotlight. You're not stealing my spotlight.
I actually don't know the question.
Okay, so we've kind of covered this one before, but I think we should take more of a deeper dive on this question.
Yeah.
It should Christians be attending parties?
Oh yeah, this is a really difficult one. So me and my brother had a conversation about this, and he's like, well, you can go to parties, but you don't have to sin at those parties. All that matters is what you do at the parties. I'm like, it's a fair point. He was right. It's a good point. And if I could find it. We're getting there. Philippians.
Phillips?
3:15.
Dude,
And
we were
then-
in Philippians 3 yesterday.
This was I got this quote a while ago. I'm just ahead of the game. So
You're so cool.
Me and Corey had this conversation, and then I prayed about it. I'm like, show me the way, because I don't want to be sinning unknowingly. Show me the right way. And then the next morning, I read Philippians 3:15.
Ooh, I think that's...
All of us, then, who are mature, should take such a view on things. And if some point you think differently, that too God will make clear to you. That very last little part, that too God will make clear to you, really spoke to me. Because I was afraid that, like, I don't know if this is a sin or not. I don't know if I should be doing this. So if I do go to a party and I have this feeling that I shouldn't be here, then I shouldn't be there.
Uh-huh.
Because if you have that feeling, odds are it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Holy Spirit speaking to you.
Well, I feel like just parties just hold so many temptations that
Oh,
you are you could be pure pressured into, but it's like so hard to like overcome those
Instead of
temptations.
taking the Christian standpoint from it, you can just take a logical standpoint. Why would I surround myself with this stuff that's gonna make me can make me alcoholic, that could mix me with the wrong people? I'm listening to music that's not glorifying Jesus, and it's just.
But there could be like I feel like things are okay to go to, like if like you hold like a little Christmas party or like you go to a birthday party, like more like chill things, like yesterday me and Eli were talking about, like we were being dead serious, we're actually gonna plan this out, but we would like hold like for the church and stuff, like we would hold like a Christmas party here, and that I thought that would be like this coolest thing to do. Like, just for like how sick would that be?
That'd be sick, but I'm gonna be in LA with my family, so.
No, not on Christmas.
Oh.
Van. Like during like December, like on like a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like we will be like everyone would come. Like we would have we would have like 20 to 50 people.
Yeah.
Just have a huge party.
I think that's definitely, you know, like that party that you're talking about
It's like
and the party that you're talking
Yeah.
about
are two totally different things.
Exactly. Yeah. The intentions for each one, there are different intentions for those parties.
Yeah.
You know?
The intention at going to a party with family and friends is to have a good time, catch up, watch a football game, and just have a fun time with family and friends.
Yeah.
And the parties that I'm thinking of is, let's go to get absolutely blackout drunk,
Right.
Yeah.
hook up with as many girls as possible, and actually I shouldn't say this. I'm not gonna say it on the podcast. I'm gonna cut this part out. But my friend actually, my friend in physics, he's like, yeah, he made out with some chick at a party, and now he might be developing herpes on his lip.
That's terrifying.
And I'm like, oh, you idiot! Like Tristan, I literally tell you not to do this.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have two Bible verses, but I think I like this one better. It comes from Ephesians 5:15 through 20. Yeah, 15 through 21, and it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern that what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect."
The last part where it says to be perfect is exactly what we said in episode 3, is we should be striving for perfection.
Yep.
And that by surrounding ourselves with things that aren't perfect, eventually we're going to fall into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a tough thing to answer. I think there's one part where, you know, if you are a person who is tempted to drink and, you know, not have the like self control to stop when you're, you know, getting to
That point.
out of control, I guess. I think maybe parties are not what you should be going to, you know.
Yeah.
If that's the case for you, you know. And I think I really don't know what kind of person. Sorry. Let me restart. I'm just saying. The reason I'm saying this is because like Jesus, you know, had a lot of like get-togethers. You know,
Why
like
is Corey calling me?
he
Corey? Answer it. He's going to say like we're leaving to a party or something. Put it up to the mic, see if he has something important to say.
Yo.
Dude, are you guys done with the podcast?
No.
Not even close.
We're not. We speak. No. I'm going to dinner after. I can't hang out.
No, I know, but like, okay.
All right.
Alright, later.
Does Corey need you?
Hopefully not. He hasn't called me, so I don't think so.
No, it's fine. We're chilling.
Okay. No, but
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, it's all good. Sorry. I was just saying because I think parties are a great opportunity.
To meet new people and make new friends.
Not necessarily. I was saying like
you can, but
yeah, you
Let
could
him
make friends.
finish what he's saying. Like, you like to interrupt people. Jeez, man.
I do too. It's all good. No, but I was just gonna say I think it's a great opportunity to connect with people and with your community. You know, and I think if your intentions are to, you know, connect with your community.
Yeah, but I'm like,
and have fun together.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's like good intentions.
Exactly. Yeah. I think when your intentions are in the wrong place is when maybe those parties are shit.
Yeah, but like about like I'm actually like really serious about that. Like I'm actually like so down. Like, would you guys be down like to do that? Like,
I would be so down.
let's do it. Yeah.
White elephant all the way.
yeah, we'll have like
Oh,
third.
Sega Sandy?
No, White Elephant and Secret Santa are two different things. White Elephant is way better.
White elephant is you just bring something random, and you put it
Like
in
you said, like a
circle.
budget.
Yeah. You can put a budget.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, we did that for.
And then it's just like you pick a random gift and whatever you get.
I went a
Me and Eli are
So cool.
me and Eli are setting it up. We're gonna set this thing up and we're gonna make this thing happen.
Yeah, I think yes. I think it all goes back to like your heart and what you're trying to do.
Oh.
Especially for me, I've seen what alcohol can do to someone firsthand, and my family has had alcoholism.
Yeah.
In a lot of my family has had alcoholism, and I'm afraid that may be passed down to me, and I don't really know how that works. But why try it? You know, I've never taken a sip of beer or alcohol, and I don't plan on ever doing it.
Yeah. No, same
16
here.
full years sober.
My family also same thing. It's and I have those same fears, and so for me, I don't drink either for those reasons. Is I don't want to become that person who is dependent on that substance. So for me personally, like I don't even sip it. But Jesus doesn't say don't drink at all, right?
He endorsed wine for sure. We don't know if he drank it, but
yes, you can do it, but it's just you can't be at that point.
Getting drunk is the
you just can't be at that point.
Drunkenness is used a lot.
Exactly.
As an example of food.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's where it is. For me, I choose not to.
Yeah.
You choose not to.
And in the Catholic Church, they do religious shots. That's how I call it. And that's
religious
fine,
shots.
Yeah, they just take a sip of wine out of that like holy cup. And I've been to Catholic churches. A lot of the times because my nana brought me there, and I see it, and I'm like, this is cool and all, and I like how orthodoxy it is, but it's just like, it's really cool, but I just don't know what's going on. They're like doing all these chants, and like they're blessing this cup, and they have the sage. I'm like, this is like some witchcraft stuff. I'm getting scared.
In your guys' lives, what do you? This question has kind of like two parts. So one is like, what do you guys feel like is the thing that you get the most fulfillment out of, and then two, what do you spend most of your time doing, like throughout the day or throughout the week?
So besides school, which is like 6 hours of my day, and I spend so much time there.
I forget you guys. School. Takes a lot of time.
But the most fulfillment I get is especially through soccer because it's number one. It's a great way of getting exercise, and I enjoy it, which is really hard to find. If you enjoy something and it's healthy for you, it's like that's huge. Which is like 1 hour a day with God. I get a lot of fulfillment, and I get coffee during that hour, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then when I play soccer, I pray before my sessions, and I play, and I kind of just talk to myself and God. And it's really peaceful for me, because when I'm alone is when I'm very close to God.
Yeah, like it's kind of like because like I feel like not just one thing fulfills me. Like there's multiple things. So like for like one of them for me is obviously like I love watching football. I love like having people over and like chilling with my family and my friends, like watching the games. But also like I know this is gonna sound like weird, but like I love listening to music, like especially like when like you're on like those night drives and like you're like just like vibing out and like listening to music. I just like love like doing that. Either like it was like Christian music or it's like obviously not like unholy music, but like not Christian music, but like because like I like a night vibes playlist where it's like just like I don't listen to it during the day at all, and I only listen to it at night, and it's just like especially like on those late drives I'm like, dude, this is like so fun. Like I love like listening to music. Yeah,
me too. I would say music for me is definitely.
I would listen to music much more often if I had headphones. I don't have headphones, so the only way I listen to music is either in the car or when I'm home alone. Because I don't like.
I can see you vibing out, dancing in your room. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You'd be like, I could like picking you up, like pull up your house. I would probably
look through the window.
Look through the window and be like,
I'm doing the salsa, like stuff like that.
That's good.
What was the second part of the question?
What do you guys feel like you spend most of your time doing? Do you feel like you chase after those things that like you get fulfillment from?
I don't want to brag, but I think God for sure is definitely the thing I at least try to spend my most time with, because the first hour, sometimes I even get out to an hour and a half of just strictly reading the Bible, writing down what I'm feeling, and sometimes when I write down what I'm feeling, I can plan out into a sermon that I can give at a student devotional or at church and stuff, and that's how I can learn, and I like to compare stuff from the world and connect it to God, you know, like how annoying kids are, sometimes we can annoy God, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah. And yeah, before school, in the mornings, hour to an hour and a half of just strict God, just God and no phone. And then sometimes in school, I'll read my Bible, or I'm just thinking about God or things I can do. Or when I get home from school, sometimes I'll read my Bible, and I just because I'm so afraid that I'm not doing enough for God, and I want to do more and more. I want to go deeper into the Bible. I want to become so orthodox that I'm barely even human anymore. But you have to make so many sacrifices in order to do that. Sometimes, if I want to be orthodox, I might have to live alone in the woods for a year to truly know who I am. And that's
kind of extreme.
That leads me to my next question, if I can take it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and this is, oh man, I love this question because I've been thinking about it so much recently. Is what do you put your identity in? You know, you think about you as Van, right? Mm-hmm. Your identity, what do you call yourself? A soccer player, right? A believer. No, it's not what I meant. I don't mean it in that sense. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, we know.
No, because for me, it's I love surfing. I definitely call myself a surfer. That's a part of my identity.
I feel like, for me, that's kind of tough, because,
if someone were to ask me, what are you?
I would say
a Christian goalkeeper.
If someone were to ask me, actually, I mean, that's serious. I would probably say something similar. I would say I'm I'm a Christian guy who watches football or something. I don't know. I don't know. How to say that, but
Christian football enthusiast, Brody Flagler.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry, but I was talking to after church. I was talking to some people, and they're like, Brody, you never show up to church on Sundays. I'm like, yeah, I know. And they're like, you said on your podcast you should. I'm like, yeah, I did say that. And I didn't show up. But then I was like, I can't go this Sunday because I'm doing stuff. But I was like, if I'm not there next Sunday, I'm like, you guys, I'll put all of you on the podcast. If I'm not being there, so I'm gonna make a commitment to be there next Sunday, because if I'm not there next Sunday,
we have to come to your house and drag you.
Yeah, no, you low key should though. You should be come shaking in my bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. Bro, it's church time. Let's go.
That's I usually find myself on Thursdays. I get home, I'm constantly checking the time. All right, perfect. 2 more hours till I get to go to church.
No, but no, Thursdays.
Hour and a half till I get to go to church.
It actually makes me because Thursdays I feel are the best times at church, because I love small group times, because I feel it's so you get so much connection and so much I wish
our small group could be a little more focused. We get so off track and
no, we don't.
Dumb stuff.
No, our small group is perfect.
The small groups this week was perfect.
No, but Van, you need to have those funny things. I feel that makes your small group. Because if you just talk like a robot, then you're not making any connections. We literally do stuff outside of just church. We hang out with each other. I feel like our small group is so close.
Oh yeah. And I hope everybody's is.
Yeah.
If you have a Christian group at your church, you should definitely be as close as you can to them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I love Josiah. I love Joseph. Mm-hmm. And
What about Corey? What about Corey?
Yeah. What about Mark?
Guzman? I hang out with him sometimes after school. He hasn't. I haven't seen him in a little bit.
Bro, he hasn't been going to church in a long time.
I think he's sick.
You're good. That was awesome, Mike. I agree.
Andrew, you're the professional at apologizing. It's
no, I actually relate to Andrew so much, because he wants to be the rule follower guy, and I'm the exact same person. When I remember when we went to Korean barbecue, you were directing everyone not to do anything, and I feel when I'm around Van and Eli, I'm doing the exact same thing. We're at Chili's, they're going crazy. You guys need to calm down. They're gonna kick us out.
Yeah, that's true.
I just get a lot of energy when I go to Chili's.
It's true. And
the energy, the atmosphere.
It's fun being around your friends. Same thing. I did a performance at Doheny at a festival thing.
Damn, didn't you go to that?
I did go to that.
You did? Oh yeah.
Yeah. We were.
No, that's a different one. This is during summertime. Yeah. But you did go to the one after that.
Yeah.
But I was at Doheny with my friends. Same deal.
Mm-hmm.
We were messing around next to the stage, and one of the workers for the event like saw us and was like, "Hey, you guys gotta cut it out," you know. And it looked really. I felt terrible because
I hate getting in trouble. Actually, that's actually scary.
I always try to like be like the little mischievous guy, and when I get in trouble, I'm like, why would I do that?
No, it's so funny. Like especially when you were younger, you would do the stupidest things, and then you'd be like, and then everyone would walk away from Van, and Van would be there to stand for his own because like no one did anything but Van. Like, okay, it says, what should we do when we face trials and temptation? And actually, I want to say the Bible verse first, and it's 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has seized you that isn't common for people, but God is faithful. He won't allow you to be tempted beyond your abilities. Instead, with temptation, God will also supply a way out so that you will be able to endure it. So basically, it's saying that you're going to face temptation and in trials of temptation, and obviously temptation is not a sin, but God will always provide a way out of it. He's not going to tempt you of what you can't temptations that you can't like get a way out of, because he's always going to provide a way out of each temptation.
Exactly. God's given you ways to beat temptation. There's the Bible, there's worship music, there's people, and one chapter that's nice if you want to look like
I found it.
if you were trying to look to God for how to beat temptation. Jesus faced temptation in Matthew chapter 4. That whole chapter is just about him defeating Satan in temptations. Yeah. And what I wanted to say is that I also got this from the Bishop Mari Emanuel, the old guy. He said you'll never be able to beat an idea with another idea. If you try and if you have the temptation and you're trying to say, all right, well, if I do this instead of this, and just think about, if you're constantly thinking about it and how to stop doing it, that's like trying to beat Michael Phelps in a swim competition. You're gonna lose because you're fighting an idea with an idea in your head. That idea is obviously gonna win. So instead of fighting the idea, replace it. Just stop thinking about it.
You have to flee. You have to flee from it.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to just run away from it and immediately. Don't just think about God. Really surround yourself with God. Maybe it's with people. Maybe it's with your Bible. Maybe if it's worship music. But you have to stay away from it. You have to replace it with a good thought. Yeah.
There's a few things that I've heard recently that I think is really helpful in this. I think like in John 10:10, it says the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, right? And he's a liar, right? Yeah. So sin is the language of the enemy. Yeah. And if you understand that, like, he just wants your life to be destroyed. If you think about it, right? Temptation and sin, it doesn't sound as appealing because you know what it's going to do to your soul and to your life. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel shame. And mostly you're going to feel far from God, Yeah. So I think that's really been helpful for me. And then also there's something else I heard, and that's in 2 Timothy 2:22. It says, here I'll say, there's like two translations, so I'll say the first one. It says, run as fast and as far away from temptation as possible. And so it's kind of like a different take on fighting temptation, because you're not fighting it, you're running from it. You're not putting yourself in places that you will feel that like whatever pull to do something that you shouldn't be, so those are like a couple things.
And Satan's always going to attack your weaker side. For me, it's lust. I have a big problem with that. And it's like, if you're playing a football team and you know that their defensive back is injured.
Oh, and Mark had this little...
Yeah, and they have a second string, a weaker defensive back. Obviously, you're going to try and focus more on that area because they're weaker on that side. Mm-hmm. So Satan's going to attack your weaker side. Yeah. And the more you strengthen that side, then you're going to have the armor of God surrounding you at all times. Yeah. And I'm really trying to work on that. Same thing with swearing. It's like, anger, swearing, and lust. Those are the big three that is completely holding me back.
Yeah.
I have anger problems like crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I can literally read the Bible, and like 3 seconds later, I can be the most angry I've ever been. I have, like, I think it's just in the family. My Nana yells at me all the time. My brother and me, we all have short fuses.
Same.
I stub my toe, and I'll start punching the wall.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this stupid bed frame.
No,
And
dude.
I just get
I
mad.
remember, dude. No, like when especially when you're like on like you're like Fortnite, you're calling like that grind. There's literally holes in your wall from you throwing your controller. There's holes in your wall from throwing your controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I unplugged my PS4, and you guys are like, no, Van, just plug it back in. You won't even get that mad. I'm gonna get that mad. I'm gonna play for 30 seconds and get mad. I get mad if my game isn't loading properly.
It's alright.
And it's like,
Maybe get a PS5.
maybe.
No.
And I think that I was spending more time with video games than God.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that. It's like, it's cutting me off.
Right.
And once I unplugged that, the next week, I felt a lot closer. And I thought I was addicted, but I don't think I was really.
I mean, I feel like it's healthy to have like 2 to 3 hours of video games per
There's a
week. I
difference
feel like it's
between
healthy.
if you're,
Why
you-
would you say it's healthy?
it's why
I'm
why do
just
you play
curious.
video games?
Why
Do you
would I
play-
say it's
Hey,
healthy?
Yes,
do you
yes.
No,
play-
he's asking me a question.
Do you play video games to have fun or to escape from reality?
Have fun.
Then that's good. That's fine. If you're just trying to have a good time, do it. But if you're escaping from reality, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because video games is just going to distract you, and it's just going to waste your time. And I think video games are just a waste of time.
Alright. Should we hop in the recap?
Recap.
Yeah, finish on the recap.
Recap!
Okay, what's your question? All right, so first question.
So, the first question... So, yeah, it was the music question, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me pull it up. Yeah, it was, as a Christian, what kind of music should we be listening to? So, basically, I feel like we should be listening to, like, more like godly, holy, like...
Listen to worship music. You have to. You can't listen
Point
to
'em out.
anything of this world. It's fine if you listen to music that doesn't swear or that doesn't... As long as the music doesn't swear and it has a positive message, or maybe you don't even understand the language of the music. I listen to, like, Brazilian music. I don't understand what they're saying. So
You
I think
listen
it's
to
fine.
Brazilian music?
Brazilian funk, yeah. It gets you
But then once they're saying something that's
funk,
not...
Phonk. It
What's
just gets me
that?
hyped up.
What's?
It's just a bunch of noises that gets me hyped up.
Oh, okay. Cool. You gotta show me after.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of that type of music before.
So yeah, just listen to music that really is wholesome music, and I'm telling you this right now. Worship music is gonna fill you with real joy, and you're gonna feel it the first time.
Yeah.
Real joy comes from praising the Lord. Like on Thursdays when we're doing worship, you can really feel the atmosphere. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely so helpful to have. Like worship is so nice to have before, listening to a message, because it gets you settled and gets your mind focused.
It gets your
on
Holy
that.
Spirit pumping, you know.
Yeah.
What's the next question, Brody?
And what does it mean to fear the Lord?
Fear the Lord. You fear the Lord, but you're not afraid of the Lord.
Yeah.
You fear the Lord because you're afraid of breaking his heart because he's so loving. And if you truly fear the Lord, that's when he's going to start asking for forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think of it as like looking up at a mountain, from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know? Like looking up at it and just knowing how big it is, and you could definitely write like one wrong. No, okay, sorry. Actually, no, that's not a good analogy. No, that's not what I meant. No, but just looking up at it and just like how amazing, and it kind of gives you a little bit of fear, you know, like, man, like, what, you know?
And I feel
Yeah.
like after you sin, if you have that deep guilt and shame, then you're going to realize that, like, oh, you fear the Lord because you've broken his heart,
Yeah.
and you feel that guilt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's how you know that you should ask for forgiveness.
All right. Yeah.
And it'll be very strong if you could,
You guys covered all my points. So
if you could ask for forgiveness right after sinning. That shows that how truly and like how much love you have for the Lord.
And then the next question is, should be Christians attending parties? Like kind of what Andrew was saying about that question. It was like if the party has good intentions, it's like okay to attend. It's okay to like birthday parties, Christmas parties, and like parties that are like you have good intentions of doing. and it's just like chill. But like parties that you shouldn't be going to are parties that are like full of like people who are like drinking, people who are
Right.
with
The
like unholy
intention
music.
is to get drunk. The
Yeah.
intention is to, fulfill lustful
Bunsen!
desires.
Bunsen!
Right. Those are the parties that are maybe, definitely. That would be the instance where you run from the
Yeah.
temptation.
Yeah. And temptation's really hard to fight, but don't fight it. Run from it and replace
that's
it with an idea.
That's the temptation question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temptations, don't fight it. Because there's a lot of sins that you can't fight, and you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
A lot of it is with lust.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to do it in your own strength. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, like definitely bring God into it. I think you said
Because-
that before.
Yeah,
In a
God
previous
is. I forgot what I was gonna say.
All right, and then Andrew's question like about identity. So it's like, what do you like? I feel like what is fulfilling you in like your? I feel like your personal life. Like if
And make sure what is fulfilling you is true and is positive, and that's making you happy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
good for your body,
Uh-huh.
and it's just good for you and the people around you.
Yeah. Alright.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Looks like we
That's
finished.
a wrap.
Thank you guys so much for watching our very first special guest.
Thank you for coming on, Andrew.
Andrew
So
Lavin.
welcome.
Super cool.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna get more guests on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, keep praising Jesus. Keep loving everyone, including your enemies. Jesus is the Alpha and the Omega. And we'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Share this with all your friends. Thanks for watching
Later.
episode 4. See you guys.
Peace.